Hello and welcome to Fiberman. Gender. Anyway, while you're here, please beep the old like button. Now, gender is one of the biggest risk factors for fibromyalgia, with women more than twice as likely to suffer with fibromyalgia than men. Now, as a fibromyalgia sufferer myself, and also being a man, I think it's more than just gender or genetics or makeup and what have you. I believe it's the, how to put it, it's the male thing, it's the macho thing. Men don't want to talk about things like mental health or pain or... No. Especially if it's a condition that is associated with women. We want to be macho, you see. We want to be seen as being strong, which is rather daft. It really is. Now, the best thing you can do is talk about it and actually speak to people about it, so you can, go on that journey to get a diagnosis, because it's going to take a long time. You see, when you go and see a practitioner, they're going to want to do all sorts of different tests before they write it off as being fibromyalgia. Because that's how it feels like sometimes. Sometimes it feels like maybe they're trying to pass it off as fibromyalgia because they ain't got a clue what's going on. More often than not, that'll be fibromyalgia, but sometimes it won't be. So men, unlike women, really, they clam up. Don't talk to their spouses, don't want to bother people and stuff like that. And that's kind of... I was a bit like that. But I'm more open about it now. I'm doing this video, for instance. Now, when I first was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, just 3 months ago, I've been suffering with it for about 6 years. I think it started about 6 years ago, as far as I can tell. And then it progressively got to the stage I'm at now. But I've had so many tests. Scans, blood tests, for this, that and the other. And, got to the conclusion that it's fibromyalgia. And I think it is a correct diagnosis so far. And I have my triggers. But as a man who is a practical person and is also a physical person in the sense that my work, I've been in the construction industry most of my life and as a joiner, but also I'm a cabinet maker. I've got another channel, by the way, it's a woodworking channel called Wally Bra. Links down below. My work is physical. And whether I overexert myself, even though I haven't really, just a mild amount, the condition becomes to a point where your normal healing process, because everyone's healing all the time, becomes painful. It can actually just exerting yourself for like an hour and a half, so to speak, on the roof, and it's not really that much exertion, to be fair. It bugs me up for 2 or 3 days. I could barely get up the stairs. Having to pull myself up the handrails, that sort of thing, But if you don't talk about it and you don't express it, how are you ever going to get a diagnosis and actually get the correct treatment for it? How? So we do have to talk about it. And we have to understand that, men get fibromyalgia as well as women, and it is an debilitating condition. As a bloke, it did take me a little bit of time to realise that and actually discuss it. Because sometimes you have to be honest with yourself as well. Because for you to actually deal with a situation, you have to accept there is one. Otherwise you're never going to go forwards, you're never going to be able to have some kind of treatment for it. Because you're not going to get prescriptions without a diagnosis, for a start. You might be able to buy paracetamol and stuff like that, but that ain't going to be a lot of good for fibromyalgia. You might need duloxetine, you might need Antilox, naproxen, and you might need tramadol. basically what I have to take. It isn't fun, but you have to accept it. That is what your life is now, and you need to be able to manage it the best that you can. And the best thing you can do is actually not come clean. I suppose it's the wrong terminology. It's like you've done something wrong, but no, you have to express to your loved ones, but also go and see the doctor, your physician, to get the whole ball rolling. Because it could take several years before you get enough actual information through the tests and what have you, or to eliminate other stuff, so you can get a clear diagnosis. Because there's so much misdiagnosis with fibromyalgia. Anyway, that's my little video. Did you find it hard to speak up about your pain? Or was it so flippin' obvious that maybe people noticing anyway? Because so many men suffer in silence. Is that you? Please beat the like button and maybe subscribe to the channel. Toodaloo.